Okay, now we are going to conduct a load cell experiment. As you know that this load cell concept is very important as far as the practical applications are concerned. Something like when you want to check your weight, okay, you go to some place, for example, when you visit the doctor shop, okay, with some ailment. At that time, initially doctor is going to check your weight, okay, using a weighing scale. You step on the weighing scale and you are going to check the weight, okay. The principle behind that weighing scale is the load cell principle. And suppose if you want to check the weight of some groceries, vegetables, when you go to vegetable shop, and that time when you want to check the weight of the vegetable, again there you are going to make use of this load cell concept or load cell principle. So basically the load cells, we have four different types. One is hydraulic type, and second one is pneumatic type, and third one is this what we are using, strain gauge type, and the fourth one is capacitance type. Okay, in this the load cell what we are using, basically the strain gauge type load cell, and here we are going to use four strain gauges, and which are arranged in what is known as a Wheatstone bridge configuration. Okay, out of these four strain gauges or resistors, okay, the value of three resistors are known to us, and one is unknown resistor. Here initially, when the Wheatstone bridge is in a balanced position or balanced configuration, there the output voltage for any input voltage will be 0. Okay, if you supply, for example, 5 volts, okay, as the input voltage, for that the output voltage will be 0. If you supply 10 volts, then even for that the output voltage will be 0. Okay, that exists for balanced condition of that Wheatstone bridge. And when the Wheatstone bridge is unbalanced, okay, suppose if any of the resistors values, the resistance changes, then Wheatstone bridge will be in unbalanced condition. Then the output voltage also is going to change. Now, same concept is used in calibrating this load cell. Okay, as you see here, okay, this is a load cell, okay, and this is the strain meter. Okay, by varying the weights, by changing the weights which are placed on this load cell, we are going to measure or we are going to calibrate the load cell. Okay, initially we are going to increase the loads by adding load one after the other. Okay, by increasing the loads and putting the loads on this load cell, and we are going to measure the amount of strain using this micro strain meter. Okay, you can see different knobs in this on this micrometer. Okay, you have something like these two knobs. Okay, one is set for 5, and the measurement that is to be done at this place is 5 multiplied by 1000, that is 5000. This is the initial setting of this micrometer. Then whatever the load that is going to be used here or that is going to be applied here, okay, that will be indicated by this strain meter. Okay, suppose why this strain meter is going to indicate the mechanical load and in terms of this electrical resistance change. Okay, this acts like a transducer. This load cell acts like a transducer, and it converts that mechanical load into electrical resistance. That electrical resistance or strain is measured using this strain meter. Okay, initially for a balanced condition of that Wheatstone bridge, you have to adjust this strain gauge meter to its null position. The needle, what you can see, the meter, okay, initially will be at the 0th position. When you apply the load or when you add the load, okay, to increase the load which is coming on this load cell, okay, gradually this is going to change, and you have to note down the load, and also you have to note down the reading, corresponding reading on this in this strain meter. For example, initially we are going to start with 500 gram load, and note on the corresponding reading on this strain meter. Then add another 500. Okay, continue adding the loads till 2.5 kgs. Okay, then in the next setup, you remove the loads one by one. That is unloading. Okay, from that 2.5 kgs load, okay, that is 500 gram initially reduced, then another 500 and so on. Okay, bring it to the 0. Note down the two readings, then take the average load reading, average strain reading, then calculate the final strain gauge and strain gauge value. Okay, that way you are going to calibrate the strain meter or strain gauge load cell. Okay, this is what is the experiment that you are going to conduct to calibrate this strain gauge load cell. Okay, thank you very much.
How to conduct the experiment in this strain meter? Now see. First switch it on. Okay. Here two switches are there. This is C balance and R balance. C balance means capacity balance. R balance means resistance balance. Bring it here, C balance side. To make it null position. After that, move this side. This is resistive balance. Bring the null position. Okay, next move to C balance. Okay, now see. Finally, you adjust R balance. Now the needles balanced exactly straight, no? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into 1000, 6000 microstrains. Okay, initial setting. Here also see, it is in 6th position. Okay, sixth position. Okay, now 0. Now apply some weight. This is 500 grams. Keep it here. Now it's move this direction, no? Again move null position. Now this is your reading. See 10. 6610. Okay. Next, one more weight. Here. Keep one more weight here. Again, deflections come. Now bring it to another position here. 20. 6620. Again, one more weight, 500 grams. Again, deflection is there. 30. 6630. One more weight. $40. Again, one more weight. Okay. Now 46. Actually, we want 50. Now it shows negative side, some minus value. So we are calibrating, no, whether it shows corrective value or not. So this condition, some variation is there. This is loading condition. After that, remove this one by one. It's moving backward sides. Now bring this position in this way. This is unload condition. Again remove one more. Note down the values. Now it is 27, 6,627. Again remove that one. $17. Again remove that one more. $10. If you remove that one, bring the null position. It shows 0 means. This way, loading and unloading condition, you have to take the reading, all the readings, loading values and unloading values. See the difference. If it is no difference, it means it's perfect. If it is any difference is there, means that much of error we have. This is analog type, oldest one. Okay. Nowadays, electronic paying balance is there. That shows electronic digital device. Okay. This is a principle of conducting the experiments. That's all.